That's why we're not just finna gloss over that, because I want to know how in between you know what I'm saying, experience the domestic violence in the home and like you said, being an outcast and stuff like that. How did you come out from the other end of that, talking about I just want to make other people happy and brighten up other people's days? Like, some people would just be like, fuck everybody. My family wasn't shit. Fuck everybody. This happened to me. What kept you in that good mind space?
You know, there's two things. There's two paths of life. When you're in this situation, any situation where you have trauma in your life, there's two paths where you can take. Can you take the path of continuing that cycle and then becoming that yourself, or you can take a different path and see where it goes from there. Take the unknown path. Take a path you're not comfortable with, but you might get more fulfillment from. That's the kind of path I took. And the reason being is because, like I said, I had to protect my mom. I had to protect my sister. And I was raised in a mainly female household because of that, because my father was working a lot, but then when he'd come home is when the shit would begin, right? So, you know, being that I had a more feminine touch in that sense because of that, I feel like I was able to be more vulnerable as a person and really want to be able to help people rather than hurt. You know, I feel like that's something that, like I said, that perpetual cycle happens, right? If one of your family is the abuser, you eventually become the abuser if you don't do anything about it, right? If you repress that shit down, it's going to come back up, you know, and unfortunately that's just how it goes, right? So I think the reason why I really wanted to help people is because I don't want to see anyone else in pain like how I was in pain. I think that's the biggest thing. Simply put, you know, like why would I want to have anyone else endure something that I've had to endure, right? And it's something that I feel like that's also glossed over. I feel like, you know, a lot of people have different types of pain in their lives, yet they just push it down until it comes back up, and then, you know, you don't realize the person that you've become. And I don't want to be that person. So I think that's the biggest reason.
Yeah, and I definitely think you got your head on straight, because just for an example, my father wasn't the best father. So like whenever I had kids, I'm gonna be the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep that going. So I definitely understand where you're coming from.
It's scary, man, because sometimes I think like, oh man, what if I become a shitty father? You know, it's like, oh, what if I develop the patterns?
Then that's your fault. 100%,
that's why,
you know firsthand what it's like.
Right,
you know
exactly. And like that, I guess that's the biggest thing. That is my biggest fear. I don't want to do that to my kids at all, my future kids whatsoever. And I don't want any of them to go through that. And that's, you know, and it's a lot about working on yourself. A lot of people are afraid to work on themselves because they don't know what they're gonna find on the other side. They don't know what lies ahead of them.
Well, they're scared of the truth.
Yeah.
They're scared to admit that my family might not be, you know what I'm saying, like everybody else's family. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and that's one thing, you gotta let go of that pride. I think that's a big thing. Let go of the ego, because it's not gonna take you anywhere. 100%.
Okay, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you letting us into your life, man. That's real dope, man. Appreciate the openness, man. You coming through the show. So let's get to some music, man. Okay.